Hi, I'm Tim McKercher, and welcome to ssea-doo's Fan Q&A for December 2011. Happy holidays to everybody, and we're going to get right into your ssea-doo questions for this December. Our first question comes from Brian Shirzad. How do you get the water out from under the suspended sides on the GTX 260? Well, Brian, I'm assuming you're talking about the intelligent suspension version of the GTX. So it's as simple as most boats. You basically just want to make sure that the watercraft is leaning back and the water will flow right out of the back of the transom and ensure that your underdeck is nice and dry. And the next question is from Jonathan Adler. Do you ever plan to incorporate an in-dash GPS? This way riders can know where their location is at all times. If not, what are some of the new things ssea-doo riders can suspect in the next few years? Well, Jonathan, we really want to keep the options open to the consumer. There's a wealth of handheld GPSs available on the market that are both waterproof and float. So we encourage you to maybe go to a marine dealer or a ssea-doo dealer or just a marine store in general and look for a specific handheld GPS that fits your needs. That way you can really customize and get exactly what you want. And it also allows BRP to keep the price down on their GTX 260. Now, as far as some of the new things that you can expect in the next few years, the only thing I can say is progression and innovation. BRP is always focused on designing the future, and you're going to see that, but we can't let the cat out of the bag just yet. All right. Nathan Maddock asked, any chance of a bigger fuel tank? Well, that's a kind of a broad question because on our boat side, the 230 Wake, the 230 Challenger, and the 230 SP already have a huge 50-plus gallon fuel tank for great range on that model. But as far as getting fuel tanks bigger on the watercraft, obviously a bigger fuel tank means a bigger watercraft. So we're doing the best we can to keep the size down as much as possible, keep them as lightweight as possible, and the fuel tank is a part of that. But with eco mode on all the new models, you can assure that you're going to get the greatest fuel economy for the tank that is currently in your ssea-doo watercraft. Okay, Sal Medesi asks, why don't you guys incorporate a 2-speed gearbox to drop the RPM down halfway when at full throttle so it's actually gas friendly? Well, Sal, we're talking about the Rotax Fortec Marine engine, and that engine is engineered and designed to give the maximum amount of power at certain RPM levels. So if we did drop those RPMs halfway, we wouldn't be making the same power on the power curve. And additionally, that would add a lot of complexity to the machine as far as maintenance, gearing, and also a tremendous amount of cost. So although it is possible to have a transmission system on a direct drive jet powered vessel, right now BRP is very convinced that the system that they're using now is giving the owner the best value and the best performance at the price. Timothy Weir has a similar question to Sal's. When will we see a carbon fiber hull and aluminum engine to get the weight under 500 pounds for a two-seater? Well, again, it comes down to cost. BRP is conscious of keeping the prices down on all the new watercraft, and when you add these complexities, which are absolutely possible and done on some of the racing circuits, but at a tremendous cost. So the mold injected hull material that BRP uses now on all of their watercraft is very eco-friendly for the environment. Very few fumes are released because it is a closed molded process. Plus it's very strong, and BRP is able to make those at a very economical price. So again, all these things are absolutely possible, but it's just a matter of keeping the price down but still put a quality product out there. As far as the aluminum engine, the majority of the Fortec engine is already made of aluminum components. And Mr. Weir asked a good question that we hear a lot. He wanted a little bit of clarity on maximum speed because some of the people are asking for faster watercraft. All the OEMs in the personal watercraft industry have made a personal agreement with the United States Coast Guard to not make any personal watercraft exceed the speed of 67 miles an hour at full capacity under warm conditions with a full tank of fuel. So with those agreement with the Coast Guard, the production units coming off the assembly line will not surpass that speed. But also keep in mind there is a wealth of aftermarket products available out there should you want to customize or modify your personal watercraft. So the bottom line answer is BRP is committed to making the safest possible watercraft on the market and agree with the United States Coast Guard as far as promoting boating safety. And Lloyd Sheridan asked, what's the price for the recreational segment ssea-doo GTI 130? Good question, Lloyd. The GTI was the ski of the year last year, so it's a great buy. In the US, you can get that for $9,299, and in Canada for $10,299. Now, we asked some questions on our Facebook page. If you had anything that you wanted to ask the Nike 6.0 wake skate team that was wake sport related. So here are two of the leading team members from the Nike 6.0 wake skate team, Nick Taylor and Ben Horan, to answer some of your questions.
Hey, what's up? I'm Nick Taylor, and I'm going to answer some of your wake skate questions. First one was, what is your preferred speed for wake skating? Well, when I'm riding behind the ssea-doo, I usually like to keep it around 21 or 22 miles per hour. And then if I'm riding behind the boat, I'll usually go a couple mile per hour faster, so 23 or 24. But usually, like, it's really just whatever you're comfortable with, but I like it right around 21 or 22 miles per hour.
What's your preferred speed for wake skating? 22, 23. Darcy Vandy asked, I can get up out of the water fine, but I can't seem to stay up. Any tips? If you're getting up out of the water fine, then you're either going forward or too far back. So try to stay centered over your board, keep your shoulders level with the nose and tail of your board, and you should do fine from there.
Okay, we'd like to thank Nick and Ben for taking some time out of their busy travel schedule to meet with the ssea-doo team and answer some of your questions. We also have one more wake-related question that comes from Amy Dwyer. Amy says, my daughter and husband are wake skating well behind our ssea-doo GTI SE 130 with a retractable ski pylon. But when should we step it up to the ssea-doo Wake Pro? Well, Amy, we're here in front of the 2012 ssea-doo Wake Pro watercraft, and there are certainly some features that come standard on this machine that you can't find on anything else in the ssea-doo lineup or the rest of the industry for that matter. ssea-doo is the only manufacturer that makes a wake-specific watercraft. Now, one of the main features that really differentiate it from any other watercraft is the addition of ski mode. Ski mode is basically designed to make every driver an expert driver by giving a consistent pull and a steady power delivery. There's two different aspects of the ski mode system. You go through the ssea-doo Information Center through the mode and set buttons. The first aspect that it asks you is to set the ramp up, which is basically the acceleration curve or how you're pulled out of the water to get up on plane. You have 5 different settings, 1 being the most mellow and 5 being the strongest. So you can customize your pull by setting the ramp up that you want and that's best for your riding style. The next aspect that the system is going to ask is your target speed. You can adjust the target speed by 1 mile an hour increments to give you the perfect speed that you want for your wake sports. Now, obviously, you already have the retractable ski pylon on your GTI. That's a great addition. It literally raises the toe point up, so you're being pulled up out of the water and not down towards the water. Plus, it also offers great grab handles for your observer that's sitting backwards. So that's a great addition. Now, the third main aspect that separates the Wake Pro from almost any other watercraft is the addition of a standard wakeboard or wake skate rack that attaches to the gunnel of the ssea-doo watercraft. So that takes the any problems you might have by putting a wake skate or wakeboard in your footwells, so it's not up against your leg while you're going across the lake, the river, whatever it is to get to your ride spot. So that's 3 really great features that separate the Wake Pro from any other watercraft in the ssea-doo lineup and also the entire industry. Now, the last factor is the ssea-doo S3 hull. The S3 hull gives the wake a great shape, which means you get a lot of pop off the wake. Even though it's not monstrous, it has a good shape because of the S3 hull. So Amy, when your husband and daughter are ready to take that next step, the Wake Pro 215 is your obvious choice. So we'd like to thank all of you, our fans, asking us questions about your ssea-doo life. We're happy to answer them, and keep posting the questions on our Facebook fan page and also on board our ssea-doo blog. So again, until next year, have a great holiday and enjoy the ssea-doo life.